That's our original rooster right there. He's the one, nobody pushes him around, but he's the one that kind of chases off the other roosters when they gain a position on one of the hens. I think these pigs probably finished their food last night, so I brought 3 bags to fill this up. This little feeder, you can tell by how they act that they probably ate all their food. We'll check it. And yeah, they pretty much ate it all. So we'll put 150 pounds in here. When we used to feed these pigs every day without the feeder, we come out here and throw so many scoops out every day in the morning. They would just act crazy, and once we started using the feeder, they would calm down. And now you can pretty much tell when the feeder's dry. This is only the second time that we've let it run dry. We'll usually come in every day and throw a bag, at least a bag in it. I noticed there was probably 20 pounds of feed left in that feeder yesterday, so I decided to just leave it till this morning, and you see how quick they eat it. But they also, they put on the weight a lot faster when they have that free choice. It's just a little bit more money to feed them, but these pigs are filling out a lot better than our 2 that we raised last time. I guess the steer and the 2 bucks want to get fed on this side today, so I guess we can do that, maybe. Also got to fill up their water, the pigs. They seem thirsty every time I feed them this or fill up this water. But when I get here, I'm only filling them maybe half of the barrel, so this one's less. They're all getting along right now. That buck right there likes to push everybody around, even the steer. He runs them off. So when he runs out of food right there, the steer will probably eat his first, but he'll push him off and finish his food. They'll actually let me feed him by hand. Looks like he's been rubbing on that tree again. Put some nice color on his horns. Yeah, me and him got in a little wrestling match one day. I had to give him check his feet and do a little bit of trimming on his feet and give him a vaccine and a copper bolus, and yeah, he got a little fight or flight instinct kicked in, and they're pretty wild when I got them. They still are a little bit, but yeah, he was pinning me up against the trailer wall, and I had to keep a hold of his horns. And he came out all right. He got a couple little scratches on me, scrapes on my legs, and tore a hole through my shorts, but he didn't like to be handled too well. But he's a lot better than he was when we first got him, that's for sure. He's definitely a good looking buck. He's 100% New Zealand Kiko, and he's the sire to all our kids right now. This year we're going to get a new buck before the next season rolls around, and we'll be able to mix up the genes a little bit, and you know, we can't rebreed him to his offspring, so we'll give him a break. Not that he wants it, but we'll give him a little break and have him cover maybe a couple does, and then we'll put a new buck on with the other does, and probably gonna need, you know, 2 or 3 more bucks when this is all said and done. We got a lot of things that we're planning on doing. These citrus trees are kind of towards the later end of their life on producing fruit. We're still producing fruit, but it's just not as many. You couldn't tell that by looking right here. But actually some of these trees aren't producing, you know, just a few Minneolas, and they're not going to pay off for us. So we're going to remove a bunch of trees in the center portion of our property, leave a nice border row, and probably do a nice fenced in area inside the trees, and then we'll open up that pasture as a pasture back there, grow some grass mixes, and that will keep the goats from eating the outside border trees that we're going to have, and also we'll be able to pull some of them trees out and replant with some seedlings, and they'll be able to grow without having to be harassed by the goats and us trying to protect individual trees. So we would like to have like a nice 2 or 3 layer border of trees. That way we can still grow some citrus and sell it to the public, and you know, people still enjoy coming. We have a lot of people that come and they're repeat offenders, second, third timers, and they like coming and picking their own fruit. We will pick for people also if we have to. and people bring their kids, and the kids like to see the animals. Or yesterday I had a lady come and she liked to come out here and pick. She was out here for a while. I was about to go check on her, and she was kind of having memories from growing up on a farm, and it's been a long time for her to be able to see, pigs and all these animals on one property. We have pigs, cow, goats, ducks, turkeys, chickens, and it's just different. A lot of people don't get to experience it, so we'd like to just keep some trees around just to keep selling to people, and it's fun. It's fun to do. Now for the best part, everybody loves baby goats. These guys are super active in the morning, playing around, and it was in the 30s last night. These goats, they're babies, but just amazing. We put a heat lamp on them when they were first born, and the mom took them away from it. They do well in the cold. They huddle up. They're huddled up right now, but they're already running around this morning. It was 39 degrees when I checked last. And these are some hardy goats, and that's what they're known for. And that's why I chose this breed, because there's just nobody has them down here where we're at. I have not seen a single person with this breed. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. With this breed of goat in our area, probably within 100 miles or more. And unfortunately, they just don't show them. They don't show these goats at the 4-H. It could be a good 4-H project, though. It's a meat goat, so everybody's just running boars around here, which I'm not against. Just these goats are a lot more hardy than a boar goat, and they put off triplets, quadruplets. I mean, this mama put off triplets. This mama dropped triplets. It's just a common thing. It's not unheard of. It's rare that you get a single. Look at that rooster right there. These guys are pretty cool. I should have brought some pliers out, because I'm supposed to let me see how close they get when it's food time. Try to do this without the goats ruining my camera. You guys gonna play? They're not eating solids yet, so I've heard they'll start at like 2-3 weeks. Sometimes they'll see them eating solids. I've seen them chewing on stuff, but I haven't seen them actually going after grain or anything yet. Everybody follows this mama goat. She knows where to go. There's a little bit left in there. They're gonna dump it. Yeah, it's my wife's favorite one right here. Aren't you? I'm not sure about this camera, are you? She's pretty curious. Pretty curious. In case you didn't know, goats don't have teeth on the front part of their mouth on the top. They have them out just on the bottom. So when they bite down, it's not going to be too hard. It's when you get your finger way in the back, when they got molars on tops and bottom. Pawnee. You want to shake? This one's way more curious than the other two. And he's another wether. He's our big not our biggest one, but we don't tag our wethers. They're not registerable, but they'll make a good companion goat if somebody has a buck, even a different breed buck for 4-H. Some people just get one buck to show, and they'll need a companion because they're a herd animal, and they need another goat, so they're good for that. And these goats can be used to pack goats, hike with. They'll carry your supplies if you train them. These ones aren't trained, but they're a big body buck, big body goat. They can, you can put some weight on them and they can get pretty heavy. I haven't weighed the big one we have, but I'm guessing he's probably 170 plus pounds. And I wrestled that buck. I know how strong he is. What I mean by wrestling is I mean that I held on for dear life so he wouldn't get a horn free to stick me. That's what I mean. I didn't put him in a leg lock or nothing like that. But yeah, he's actually lined me up in his sights and charged when he was cornered and jumped right at me. So I jumped out of the way. So it's not so bad when he's got wide open places to run. He won't go after you, and he don't seek to destroy you. It's just when he feels cornered and no escape, that's when a lot of animals are either gonna freak out and it's kind of fight. They have to fight for their life. It's their instinct that they have. So a cornered dog will do the same thing. Mama's still pretty wary. I can get my hands on her now, though. I know how to do it. I mean, she'll come for food. Gotta wait for her head to get down. But I should have grabbed I gotta get a hair sample off her. I DNA'd the wrong goat. So I wish I would have came out here with some pliers to get some hair off her. These little babies. She is definitely the most photogenic. And I tagged her 2 days ago, and apparently she don't remember that because she's coming right back up to me. Those other two aren't doing that, are they? Huh. Are they? You don't want to be held too long, though, do you? There she goes. She's gonna jump on that log and out. She's trying to jump on my legs. She just wants to climb on something new. We're trying to keep these goats real friendly where they want to come up to us. So that's why we've been spending some time, probably not enough time, but coming out here petting them. And she's the only one that's kind of taken to. The other two will stay apart, but we're hoping they'll come around. Here comes the other one. If I stay still, maybe. Oh. It's fun watching these guys run and jump. So the 26th, so a couple weeks old now, I guess. We're doing really well. We were first timers over here, so we didn't know, we kind of weren't 100% prepped, but in the end, what my idea of prep was having a stall ready and straw down and a heat lamp and a place to keep the mom and babies away from everyone else. And in the end, the mom just wanted to be out with everybody else. And we were worried about the steer, and the steer don't even care about them. He likes them. He lets them jump on him when he's laying down. So in the end, it's sometimes you overthink it. The fact that these goats are pretty wild when we got them means that they didn't have a lot of human intervention with anything. So that's what you want, though. You want a mom goat that has the instinct to know what's best for her babies, and they're all feeding, and she's supplying what's over here now? He'll actually let me feed him if I got some feed left in this bucket. Let me see. Yeah, he knows what the bucket is, so he'll probably let me get right up on him. Oh, Zeke, you know what this is? You gonna let me get up here and feed you? Did you eat enough? Did you push everybody else off? That's weird. I don't think he likes this one. I think he knows about this camera. He don't like the camera. Come on, Zeke. Goats. Hey, goats. Here you are again. Huh? We still gotta name you guys. So we got them tagged, and she likes to we still got a name, and we got them tagged and tattooed. And tell you the truth, these tattoos, I don't know about them. I'm probably not gonna tattoo any more goats. It's just, I checked the last tattoo I did on this black goat over here. We tattooed and tagged her a while back, and I was checking her ears yesterday, and you can barely see them tattoos. So I might just stick to tagging and maybe microchipping them. But how are you gonna keep these two apart? We're gonna name them, but them two look identical, the black and white ones. The only way you're gonna know is by their tag. Pretty identical. now they're number 3 and number 4. So we have 4 kids. I mean, four that we tagged. So we got one, the black one over there, and these 3 that we tagged. Basically, we registered them on our farm. The other mama goats and the buck are registered on a different farm before we bought them. And she's cleaning, she's chewing on the camera. Look at you. Look at you. Just being out here, petting one of them. Eventually the other 2 I think will come around. Keep getting closer and closer. So I'm not gonna go after them and chase them and force my love on them like I have in the past. So eventually I think they're gonna get the idea that I'm not here to harm them, even though I did pierce their ears. As soon as you stop petting her, she turns away and then she comes right back. She's pretty curious animals. Oh, I'm missing a mic. Phone came off my mic. I'm guessing the goats got that. So the only animal I saw get close enough to my camera was the dog, and the foam on my microphone is gone, so I don't know how well I'm sounding right now. So we're gonna have to backtrack. So I can't find that foam. Something probably ate it. So I'll have to backtrack and see if I can find that foam. Hopefully it just slipped off. Bones. You're not gonna move for me? I got a feeling. I didn't see her take it off, but she's the only one I saw actually. So you want some more? So I moved a water out there. I was just filling that big tub and the ducks would just get in it. So I moved an actual water out there, which ducks are already messing up. They're not sitting in it, at least. You see, they'll drink that water on the ground and then they dip their beaks in the clean water. So that's what you get when you get ducks. They prefer that dirt water, and then they go up and drink the good water, and you can't keep anything clean. And you can buy a duck water, which is complete garbage. If you buy the one that has the thing where they can dip their whole head in but they can't shake, it doesn't keep anything clean. We used it for like 5 months. It's garbage. The water goes down way faster, and we don't use it anymore. We have it. So the only thing you could do to keep your water clean if you have ducks is if you have like a running stream going through your property, or a pump to keep circulating water, but you'd still probably have to recirculate that water. So then you have a filter and you got a pump running all the time that's gonna, drain your electricity. So maybe you could do one solar powered, I don't know, but I'm not doing it. So just come out here and change the water daily. I just want to put that drinker out there we're putting those little bowls and stuff and filling them with water, but the ducks would just get in them and mess them up. So now we can the baby goats aren't I haven't noticed them drinking yet, but you got to have water ready for them. They're not going to be able to reach the trough like the other goats. So that's what we got going. So I want to make sure they have something available, even if it's kind of dirty. It's something, and we have minerals out, and we have hay, and we do the little bit of grain every day for them. So they got leaves to munch on from the trees and grass to chew on. So they got a little bit of everything. In case they're deficient in something, we try to supply enough for them to get what they need, and they know what they need more than we do. So we just leave it out there, free choice. Our chicken coop needs a makeover, I think. It was my little concept. I just started building, and it's probably too high. Our chicken coop, it's just a nesting box, but they like this side. There's an Ayam Cemani hen. Some eggs in there. So what I'm probably going to do is I'll probably move this box just slightly, since I like this side. I'm guessing if I shift it and turn it at an angle, they might actually use both sides. So I don't know, I'm thinking about doing the same thing I did there, but just right underneath it, and then keeping the underside open somewhat to keep maybe for I don't think the ducks will use it, but the ducks are laying by the bees, which the bees aren't very active in the morning because it's so cold. But what I mean by cold is not very cold, because it's in the 40s already. But yeah, she's in here. I don't think she's gonna hatch any of these. She's broody, and she's been laying on them for a couple weeks now. I just don't think she's gonna hatch them. She'll leave them for a little while. I don't know how long she leaves them for, but I walked on them yesterday and nobody's sitting on them, so she's in a good spot right in front of this bee box. They're starting to wake up and come out now. Let's see. Yeah, I know she's mad at me. There's nothing really in bloom right now, so I'm probably gonna have to throw a pollen patty in there. So, but they're in there. They're not. The honey's on. The honey's gonna be below. The honey's not up top, so we gotta wait for something to come in bloom before they start moving honey around. There's a lot of bee people out there that are anti-flow hive, and I was on a few forums and Facebook groups, and people, new beekeepers like me. I'm just trying to learn it and get into it. You get on there and ask a question about it, and they're just hammering at you. So the people that do the traditional style of being a beekeeper, and they say, they don't have a lot of good things to say about the flow hive. But so I like to get on there and just kind of tell them I don't care. So when they try to bash somebody's plan to buy one, they try to naysay, they're naysayers basically. So if you want to do something, get on a forum that's specifically for that. There's YouTube channels specifically for what you have in question. If you want to know about flow hive, go check out some channels that deal with flow hive. There's a guy in there that does flow hive and your traditional beehives, bee boxes. There's horizontal hives, and my recommendation is to get on there and see what they have to say, and they'll have comparisons. Don't sit here and listen to all the naysayers. They'll tell you the same crap over and over, that it takes away from beekeeping and actually inspecting your hive. You can still inspect your hive with a flow hive. Whether you choose to is on you. You can also not inspect a different hive. So, whatever. People will be who they are. So just erase that from your life and prove them wrong. Take it as a challenge. Produce honey. I mean, a successful beehive is you going out there and producing and harvesting honey. Isn't that what it's all about? There's other factors too, but she's mad. Anybody tell me what kind of hen that is? I know what these are. They're supposed to be meat, but they're laying now, so these are meat birds.